Greetings everyone, this is Zero18 and welcome to another episode of All the Mods 7. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a pretty good day myself. This is of course episode 4 at my new base. I've done a lot of work off camera, as you can probably tell from the obscene amount of storage drawers I now have, as well as all the random blocks I've placed here and there. The reason I have a lot of this setup is because a lot of it was kind of trivial, you know, so like engineer's workbench and crafting table, just get these placed down. Lantern, crafted, or actually just place that down. Grindstone, you know, most of this was stuff that, you know, I had, and I just needed to place it somehow. Built my smeltery actually, so now this thing can hold 216 ingots apparently, which I guess it makes sense. It is 2 blocks tall, usable. I have 3 open blocks here, which I can't fill in yet, because I haven't made more seared brick or seared cobblestone yet. Apart from that, set up a waystone. I continued working on my farm a little bit. And I just, you know, putting some of the spoils in here with a seed chest in the middle. The Ethereum's ready to harvest again. I also have planted my Mage Bloom seed, so I can start getting to work on Ars Nouveau at some point. I know it's French, but I am not going to bother with French because I'm ignorant like that. So yeah, it's Ars Nouveau. A couple of other things, set up some sweet berry bushes like I did in Survival Realms way back when. So we have a bunch of these, and I actually have some nippas in the making. If you guys don't know what this is, basically, this is from Forbidden and Arcanus, which is sort of like a magic... It's a magic mod, and it adds in these, like, weird plants that give you arcane crystal dust spects. They just make it constantly. But what I want to start working on today is a goal in mind. Ultimately, we want to get our gigantic base set up, but the problem is I don't know how I want to execute it. I had an idea, but then I'm like, I don't know. So I wanted to do something else, which was to dig a gigantic hole, which is all the way down here. This was going to be the entrance. This took way longer than I needed to, but then I was like, oh, that's kind of odd. It didn't, like, get all the way up here, which is not surprising, but yeah, so there's a gigantic hole, and now I don't know what to do. I'll probably use this space as a, like, some sort of boat area, and I might fill in, or might use this area as the entrance, and I might just cover up that hole. That's probably what I'm going to do, but today, I want to start working on something else that's pressing. I also have set up my, my Nether portal and my Twilight Forest portal, which this thing is a huge pain to set up, because I set it up, it teleported me all the way over there, and then I put it here, rinse and repeat a couple of times, then finally I go into the portal, I leave, I jump back into the portal, and then it works. So yeah, pretty weird. Also, I forgot to mention about, like, the tools I have, because I did upgrade some of them. So I have, first of all, an Invar sword. So this thing has a bunch of durability. I did give it some modifiers, and now it does some damage. It's not great by any means, especially considering that Invar is an alloy, because if we just look it up in JI, Invar is a combination of iron and nickel, which, if we look in this chest, I have a whole lot, well, not a lot of iron, but I have a lot of nickel in comparison, which is not surprising, I don't think. Also, you may have noticed that I have a ton of prismarine, and that's because what I did is I actually cleared out the entire ocean monument that was over here. It took way longer than I needed to. I regret not recording, but at the same time, I'm kind of happy that I didn't record it, because otherwise it would have taken, you know, like, a ton of time. But yeah, and then we're basically caught up. So, what I want to do in today's episode is I want to work towards a goal. Ultimately, we want to get the base set up, but what I actually want to do ahead of time is to get into create. So if we look at the quest line, create is this, and then there's a lot involved. As you can see, we have a couple of basics set up, but we don't have the necessary components to continue, because one of the things we need to do is I want to get into ore doubling as soon as possible, because mining is going to become very useful in the later game. So, the way to duplicate ores, normally, is you get your ore hammer, which, I mean, you can just look it up. It's not a terrible recipe. Like, for example, here's the iron ore hammer that I'm using. So, 3 sticks and then 2 blocks of iron. Not the best, considering that each individual ore, unless you have another means of doubling it, will give you 1 ingot, so you need 18 ore for this, and then this thing only has 96 durability. There are other ones, like, the best one is platinum, but I don't have a lot of platinum. Well, yeah, 2 raw platinum, that's not good. Invar is better, bronze is better than iron, copper is the worst one, but that makes sense, because copper is so abundant. But I want to get into ore doubling, preferably not with ore hammers, because these things are not great, because they're limited by their durability. So hold on, let me just quickly show you through, let me just like break down some ore. So this thing has 96 durability. Let's break up the platinum. As you can see, for each raw ore we get 2 dust, and this dust turns into 1 ingot. So with that, we get 4 dust, which is really good if you think about it, because platinum is super rare. But it's actually very useful for, like, getting massive amounts of other resources. But the problem is, each raw ore takes 1 durability. So this is now 94. Let's suppose I want to, get all this iron. So I now have 10 iron dust. This thing's down to 89. And let's say I want to, crush a whole bunch of uranium. That's going to give me a lot, but that's going to take a lot of durability. And the thing is, you need a lot of ore hammers to continue this process. So, that's not the greatest, as you could probably guess. Because that means we need a lot of, ore hammers to get through the insane amount of ores we have. Because as you see, we have multiple stacks of ores. I also upgraded 2 of my furnaces to iron furnaces because I had the iron, which is why I needed to crush some iron. Do I have? I don't. Okay. But yeah, so what I want to do is I want to get into not quite automated yet, but I want to get into create because of one specific thing, and that is, well, 2 specific things, but the big one for me in the early game is going to be the crushing wheel, which is this thing. Now, if you guys don't know how create works, basically, it has a lot of things it has a lot of components in it. So, this is what we need to make ore doubling happen. The problem is, this is not normal crafting. It requires, let's just look at the ingredients real quick. So, andesite alloy, that's not hard. It's just iron nuggets and andesite. Andesite I can get a ton of. Iron nuggets might be a little bit more difficult. But zinc I can do, so that's fine. Then it's just planks and then something in the middle. Like some sort of cobblestone of sorts. So that's not a problem. The problem is these. I need 21 of these mechanical crafters. And each of these requires a crafting table, a brass casing, which requires a brass ingot on top of some sort of stripped log of some sort. And brass ingots are made through a couple different ways, but it's copper and zinc, basically. That's not hard. I have a ton of zinc and a ton of copper. But then I also need an electron tube. And that's going to require an iron plate and a polished rose quartz. In order to make a polished rose quartz, the way we're going to do it, we're going to need to get rose quartz and sandpaper of some sort. Yeah. We can make diamond grit sandpaper. How do you make this? Oh, that's easy. I might do that. Because we only need 20, because we actually only need 7 of these, because each one makes 3. But Again, we need rose quartz. In order to make rose quartz, we need 8 redstone and 1 nether quartz per rose quartz, and we need 7 of them. So, it's not overly complicated once you think about it. It's actually pretty reasonable. What's this? Oh, it's something. So, it's not bad. The problem is the fact that I need a ton of redstone and a bunch of other materials. So, what I think I'm going to need to do is I need to make some sandpaper. Now, I don't think I have sandpaper on me. Ooh. Is it like that? Yes, sand, and then, yeah, so, okay, so there's a space between the two. So, sandpaper, not super hard, paper and sand. Ideally, we want to go with this one, though, because these only can do 8. But I don't think we need to have more than 8 because it's just, we only need to make 7. So we craft 1. I hope that was not the only paper I had. So yeah, now we have that. And now we need to make some rose quartz. Now, I have nether quartz from like chests and so forth. If I can find it. Schematic and quill, that's not it. Here we go. So I need 7 nether quartz, and I need 56 redstone. That is a lot of redstone, because I had a stack, and now I'm down to 10. Well, I've got a bunch of blocks, so it's fine. Ooh, it's nighttime already. And then we just go like so. And I think we just do this. Yes! I'm hoping I've got enough rose quartz from this. Why do I have... Oh, it makes 7, that's right. Okay, and this thing has 1 durability left in case we ever need to use it for something. Okay. Now that that's being done, the other one, there we go. We'll just put these with these for right now. Now we need to make iron plates, if you guys remember from the electrodes. So, actually, it's probably best if we do the electrode first. So, the electron tube. In order to make an iron plate, yeah, we need an ore hammer, and then 2 of its ingot. So, we need 14 ingots, and then some durability from this. Do I actually have iron ingots? Oh, I do. Okay, excellent. And I also have a bunch of dust just in here because I haven't smelted it yet. Okay, that's fine. So then we just need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, excellent. And then we just do this. Make the electron tubes we need. Is that a quest? Oh, I need to make 8 polished rose quartz. You know what? Sure, I'll do it for the sake of the quest. Even though, like, I'm not gonna get too far to create for one reason, and it's a very big reason as to why we're gonna do anything. If you look at this, yes, there's a bunch of quests, but most of them are no rewards. So yeah. Well, like this one, we get more cogwheels. This one, nothing. You can see what I mean by that. Some of these had extras, but yeah, most of these don't have rewards. So it's pointless to do all these quests because I'm not going to automate everything with create and so forth. I'm going to have to do some of it with some more auto crafter or the mechanical crafters at some point, which if you look is all the way down here because we need to make brass. And actually a mechanical mixer for some reason, which I don't have, and it doesn't make sense to complete the quests, because it doesn't give us any rewards. So I make one more just so I can finish off the use of this one sandpaper that I have. There we go. Okay, excellent. Now we need to make we need to make more crafting tables. So, where did I Where all my wood? I had a bunch of wood. Well, I need to get these water wheels out, as well as the shafts, wherever I put them. Well, I'll figure this out in a cut. But I just need some wood. Let me just really quickly repair my axe. This thing is not great. 116 durability, not great, but it does the job for what I need. So let me just cut down some trees. I did set up a pseudo tree farm, but it's not great. It produces wood. That's the one criteria. Okay. And yes, I did get a tree with a hive. I will keep it because I want to eventually get into maybe productive bees at some point. I don't know. But yeah, so you might be thinking, well, what can the mechanical crafters do? Basically, the mechanical crafters do a lot more than just make stuff and create. I mean, if we take a look at, yeah, see, 6,000 recipes. It's basically used as a normal crafting table, but you can, like, it can auto-craft. But some of it's going to be a little bit more ridiculous. So, like, in the late game, we're going to need 55 of them. For example, some of them we need different amounts, because they're all different in one form or another. So, like, for example, this one requires 17 in this pattern. This one requires 12 in this pattern. And, yeah. It's a mess. But I need 21 in this pattern. That's not too difficult, I think. I also have a bunch of logs. Excellent. So, yeah. So what we need to do is... Actually, how many crafting tables do I have? Because I've got some. 3 crafting tables. Okay. Don't ask why I have so many crafting tables. I don't remember. And then you guys can go in here again. Okay. So we need to make... So these, there we go. So we have all 7 crafting tables we're going to need, and then we need to make brass. So how do we make brass? Brass dust, copper dust, and zinc dust. There's my zinc. And I need 1 ingot per. I need 7 of them, so each 4 dust. So I need to make 2 sets. So I need 2 zinc dust. That's easy. Because there we go. You go back in there. I'll duplicate you later, or double you later. And then this one we need 4 because it's a 2-to-1 ratio. And then we can just do... What? Is that not it? Brass dust. Oh, it's a 3-to-1 ratio. Derp. Okay. I figured there was something off. So let's just do that. There we go. Okay. And you might be thinking, well, why'd you make so many? It's because some of it is, like, we don't need, well, we're gonna need all of it at some point, but for right now, we don't need all of it. So let me actually really quickly strip these logs, which is weird. Like, normally you would strip logs. Now, I think, yeah, the Tinker's axe can still do that. That's nice. And the thing is, we're almost ready to make mechanical crafters, because we only need 21. And that's why I'm making 7 of everything, because each recipe makes 3. And then we need those to make the crushing wheels, so wait for this to finish. And, yeah, oh, torches. Very important that we have torches on hand. Is this finished? Almost finished. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I should probably place my smoker and blast furnace, that's not blast furnace, my blast furnace down, just so I get those out of my, ever complicated storage issue. There we go. And I think it's just, yeah. So this is the brass casing. This thing says it could do either one, so pickaxe it is, I guess. Yeah, 7 of them. These things you can get apparently at dungeons, I've heard, but I don't know where to find those dungeons. But anyways, let me introduce to you our beginnings of Create with exactly 21 mechanical crafters, which is perfect. Now, we're going to need some shafts and a bunch of andesite alloy, as well as some planks, because if you guys remember, in order to make the crushing wheel, which is what we're trying to get, the crushing wheel is going to give us the ability to ore double without needing ore hammers. So we need 4 planks, 1 cobblestone of sorts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 andesite alloy, which I easily have a bunch of, because andesite alloy is used in nothing short of everything in Create. Everything in Create needs it. And then we need to set up our water wheels. So I'm actually gonna take the water out of here for right now. And I just need to set this up somewhere so that I can get some crafting started. I can probably just do it right over here, although that's not the most accessible. Can I do it over here? I will make an enclosure for this at some point, but right now, yeah, I'll just find an area to make this. But yeah, and you might be thinking, well, why again, so another reason why we're not actually getting into Create, I forgot to mention, is because Create is super tedious, and it is one of those things that I'm not going to need to automate, like, in huge quantities ever, because it's outdone by other mods, like Mechanism and Thermal, like Thermal Foundation and its mods. No, I'll just make it over in that one area, because why not? I just need to clear a little space. So, yeah. Ideally, we want it on this side. So we can just put 1, 2. Okay, they're all facing the same way. That's good. Create has a tendency to not face the right way, I've heard. I don't know, I haven't really done much with Create, except some, like, creative testing to see how it is as a mod. I need to mind that. Okay. And then I think what we can just do is... Oh, actually, you know what? This is a horrible solution. Because, you know why this is a horrible idea? Because what we can do is we can just put them in a row. So I'm actually just going to keep this one there. 1, 2, 3. Super, super easy. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a row of blocks there so that the water flow will not hopefully go back. Because ideally you want these things flowing in one direction, so... oh crap. Okay, so it looks like we do need some more dirt. Again, this is super temporary, super janky. It doesn't matter. Because, yeah, as you can see, these things are not going quite fast enough. Ooh. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. I need that one. I need this water wheel. To fit. What? What's it breaking? Actually, better question, where did it go? That's a problem. I have no idea where it went. I mean, it's not the biggest of problems. That's why I have 3 of them, but... Odd. Oh, it's up here. Okay, so I need one more. There we go. Alright, fantastic. Now what I need to do is I need to connect it via... well, actually, I'm gonna need some more dirt. Yes, I know, it's counterintuitive. Like, why are you getting so much dirt? There's no reason. There is a reason, okay? I need to set this up so that I can get the shaft to go through without, you know, breaking it. So, actually, I'm gonna need my create goggles for this. Do I have create goggles? I think I do. I swear I made them. Let me check. Is it this one? Nope. Oh yeah, here we go. Engineer's goggles. So, place the helmet, put these on, and now all of a sudden we can see everything create specific. So, as you can see, that thing is turning relatively okay. Yeah, so this thing has 128 stress units. How? Okay, I can't ponder like that. Okay. So that thing is producing 128 stress units. Not particularly awesome. You can always make it more efficient. I know of ways to make it more efficient. I don't have the ability to do so, though, because I don't have soul sand yet. Because I know soul sand will help. I know that if you have the water flowing underneath it, it will help. But this is just a super temporary setup. I think I've got cogs somewhere. Maybe it's in here. Nope. So it's in here then. Cog. Yep. Oh, well, large cogwheel. I need to make more cogwheels. Let me get some stuff set up, actually, because I realize that this is not the most rigorous, or riveting of content, sorry. I think I'll be back with you when I have some stuff set up. Alright guys, I am back. I did a little bit of crafting and so forth. And now I think I'm ready to get this thing at least somewhat set up. Why is... You know, it doesn't matter. Now, there is a trick to multiplying speed output. Now, I'm going to have to get rid of one of these shafts to demonstrate this. So now we have that. It is rotating. We can add another one. And as you can see, it is now rotating faster. So it can now upgrade my speed of the, or upgrades the speed of this. Do it again, and then I think we just keep going. What's the stress capacity? Well, it doesn't say. So, does this thing? It does not. Okay, so it has to be side-based. Oop. There we go. Thank goodness there's no mobs around. Actually, I think I want to extend this out one more cogwheel, so that then I don't worry about things falling into the ocean. And this thing has to go away, so I can actually see what I'm doing. So then we place this on the side. This thing has 128 stress units. This thing should be at 512. 512. It is overstressed. Oh, you know what? I know what the problem is. We have too many of these. Okay. So I'll make one big one and then a smaller one. Could I? 32 stress units. That should be fast enough. Actually, I hope it's enough. So this one needs to be gotten rid of. No! There we go. There we go. I know this is not ideal for any situation, but it is something. I'll get these things worked out in terms of how to, you know, get them to work. Oh, crap, it's overstressed. Okay. So it looks like even just doing this is too much for it. So can I actually... Oh, no, it has to be a small, it has to be a small one. Okay. I guess we'll comply. 16 stress units. I hope that is enough. Theoretically, each one is double the... Okay, so far so good. If I say that. Can I just do this? Please. Yes! Oh, thank you. Oh, crap. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. That's fine, I'll get more bread. Okay. Now I just need the wrench. So, I didn't actually expect that to work. But before I get anywhere, I should probably set up a little platform so that when the item, when I craft an item and it drops, it doesn't fall into the, the ocean. So yeah. Yeah. That is such a pain. Because theoretically, every time you double it, it goes faster, but then you have to use less. I think I know I've got a wrench somewhere. There we go. Okay, there we go. I got my wrench. And now we should be able to work on getting these rotated, because you need to get these things rotated so that... There we go. I don't know how to set these up. Oh. Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to figure out how to set one of these things up. Can I do that? That work? I don't know. I also need 1 cobblestone. Okay, so for something like this will take a moment, and I will get a better, infrastructure set up, but, I need to get my 1 cobblestone, which I'll just be using tough for, because it's not, I have no other use except for, like, maybe building with it, because I don't think it even counts as cobblestone. So what you would do is you put 1 in the middle, you take your wood, and you go like so, and then you take your create material, which is andesite alloy, and oh, okay, the back lit up, that's it. Oh, it's going! Nice! Not gonna lie, this is the first time I've actually, like, done anything with this. It's moving so slowly. And yes, I did get the quest for... Game, I hate you. I had that thing done. Oh, it's almost done. Yes, this thing is painfully slow. Okay, and this recipe makes 2. Which is why, like, we only need to make 1. And there we go. And it should just, like, pop it out. Yes! Yes! This is awesome! We have crushing wheels. I'll get it set up later, sure, but dang it, we have crushing wheels. That's huge. You gotta realize, like, this changes the game, because we can then, that's interesting, we can take stuff like raw ore and get 2 out of it, and I don't need to use some random, like, ore hammer or anything like this. This is awesome. This is, like, actually awesome. But yeah, that is create, basically. Some of the bigger recipes need way more. I am not doing those anytime soon, because it's effectively a 9x9, but then you cut out some edges. I'm not doing that. I'll do that some other time, way into the future, when I have the resources to do this. But yeah, so that is going to conclude episode 4. We have crushing wheels, and we've done a little bit of create, which is very nice. But then I think that's going to do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed, please check out my other episodes. I've been noticing that this has been getting a lot more support than Minecraft Dungeons, so that's very nice to see. Also, just, leave a comment suggesting what other kinds of ideas you have for the series. Other than that, though, thank you so much for watching, and I will definitely see you in episode 5. Catch you in the next one.